We are going to be inserting a logo, and we're going to be using that logo in slide 1 in place of the title. So we're going to click on our title placeholder, and then we're going to click a second time on the border. And you'll notice when we do that, it goes from a kind of a dashed line to a solid line. And we're going to delete. And then if you still have a placeholder, click on it again and delete again. And we're going to do the same thing for the subtitle. We're going to click the border and delete. And if you still have a placeholder, click on it a second time and delete it again, because we don't want any text or any placeholders here. And then we're going to go into Insert, and we're going to choose Pictures. Now we need to navigate to our PowerPoint S2 folder. And the picture that we are going to insert of the logo is right in here. And it is the Marquee Production logo. So we're going to select that and click on Insert. And we are going to be increasing the size, so make sure it's selected. And for the width, we are going to change it to 6.5. Whoops, 6.5. I'm going to press Enter. And we're going to kind of position this kind of in the center. You want to make sure it's centered. And I'm going to click on the X to get rid of the design ideas because we don't need that. And we are going to make a little color adjustment to this, so make sure it's still selected. Click on Color. And we're going to increase the saturation, which is going to give it a little bit more vibrant depth of color. So the saturation section is here. And so we're going to select 200. The current setting is here, so we're just kind of bumping it up by 1. Going to make another little adjustment to the brightness and the contrast. So with that still selected, we're going to go into corrections. And the current setting, it's kind of hard to see, but it's got that gray border around it, and the brightness is at 0 and the contrast is at 0. And what we want is a brightness of 20 and a contrast of -40. So we're going to go up 2 to get the contrast of -40. And we're going to go over 1 to get the +20 on the brightness. And then we're going to click to make the selection. Now, as far as a picture style goes, we want the drop shadow rectangle, which happens to be right here. So you shouldn't even have to click on the More button. They would also like a little bit of an orange glow. So we do need to go into Picture Effects and Glow. And we are going to choose the 5-point orange glow, which is subtle. It just adds a little bit of an orange glow around the outside edge. Okay, and at this point, we'll kind of click outside our image to deselect it. And we're going to go down to slide 7. And we are going to insert a new slide. So we are going to click right on New Slide. And that gives us the title and content slide. And we're going to key in Travel Arrangements. And then we're going to click next to the first bullet and key in our bulleted list. And then we'll kind of click away. And what we're going to do is insert a little picture over here to the right. And then we're going to do a little formatting to that picture. So we're going to go to Insert, and we're going to choose Online Pictures. And what we want is an airport symbol. And the symbol we want happens to be the first one. So we're going to insert that one. And then we're going to adjust the width on this to 3.5. And you can close out of that design window. And I'm going to kind of reposition it to the right of my bullets. And I'm going to make a little color adjustment. I'm going to go into color. And the color they want is brown accent color to light. And we're also going to adjust the contrast. And take a look at the gray area. And when I point to the bottom one here, increasing the contrast to 40, you'll notice that a lot of the gray now looks white. So that is what we're going to select. As far as the effects go, we're going to do a custom shadow. So we're going to go to Picture Effects and Shadow. And the effect that we want is Offset Top Right. So we've added our shadow, and now we're actually going to rotate this so that the plane is flying towards our bullets. And that actually will draw attention to the bullets. So let's click on the rotate arrow and flip it horizontally. Now we're going to go back up to slide 7. And we're going to format paint our title. And we're going to go down to slide 8 and triple click on travel arrangements. Whoop, didn't do it fast enough, so now I'm going to have to do it again here. Okay, so you want the travel arrangement title to match the rest of the presentation. And at this point, we're going to save our changes.